I'm Lauri from the Rasmus, and I'm here with 932. Oh, the tour has been fantastic. It's one of the longest tours we've ever done. It's altogether 8 weeks. We do sometimes 7 gigs in a row, and then we have a day off, and it's quite exhausting in a way, but you know, being on a tour is really like luxury, because then I don't have to worry about anything. You know, all the food comes to me, you know, bed, you know, like everything works, like someone's always taking care of me. The only thing I have to do is play the perfect show. And so I'm really taking it seriously to get that perfect show going every night. And so far now it's been like 5 weeks on this tour, and it's been like, you know, there's not have been a bad show. It's been going so well, and the feeling within the band and the crew and everybody is great. We just released an album 2-3 months ago called Weirdo, and we play in this set like I think 5 songs from it, and they seem to fit really well with the old material. And this new sound is a bit harder and heavier perhaps, and for live situation obviously it's good. It's working well, and the songs are solid, so you know, they're really getting good response from the fans. Well, we just released a video of a song called Banksy from the new album. It's like a punk rock song, a fast, short song, and has a lot of energy in it. And we also shot the video during this tour. We started about 5 weeks ago filming little clips, and then Eero, our bassist, he put it together. He's the director of the video, and yeah, it's a cool one. It kind of captured the wild live show we have every night. Well, it's also one of the favorite songs to perform live, and like, it seems like it's very unpredictable what happens during that song, because it has that high energy. And last night we had a thing with me and Emppu, the guitarist, and she's singing some parts, and I went to her and she was like giving me the finger, and I was like acting like, what is this? And then the audience was like, oh my god, she gave him the finger. And then when she started to play the solo in that song, I grabbed her guitar and I was pulling her, dragging her all over the stage, like, and she was trying to play, and I had my revenge. And you know, so it was really like a chaotic song, and really I think a lot of the fans, they were excited about that. Like, always when something strange happens during the show, it makes it special. If I had to pick an animal to describe this album, I would say a cat. Yeah, there is a cat, like in a lot of the visuals on this album. The reason that there's a cat is like, cats are kind of stubborn, and they have their own, like, you know, special ways, and they're pretty weird and weirdos, like the album is called that. So I think it kind of fits, and also we are all cat parents, so to speak. Every one of us in the band, we have cats. Myself, I have 2 cats, which we rescued from the streets in Miami, where I used to live before I moved to Finland last summer. So cats are cool. And do I need to pick another animal? Let's say a crow, because we always have a crow, like, and you know, that's kind of the crow feathers, and that's part of the Rasmus imagery. The most difficult song to compose on this album? It's a good question. Well, usually the songs that end up on the album tend to be like naturals, like they just come. And if you have to work on the song too much and it's just like difficult somehow, you know, maybe it's not going to end up good. But there were songs that we paid more attention to, like there's a song called I'm Coming For You, which is the last song on the album, and it's like a different style. It's almost like a ballad song which I wrote for my son. I have a 17-year-old teenager in Finland from my previous marriage and life, and I've just felt like I haven't been a perfect father, a parent, let's say a parent. Maybe I'm a perfect father, but not a parent. And somehow I just wanted to tell him that, like I feel sorry that I haven't been enough in his life, and you know, so it got kind of deep and personal, that song, and a little bit under my skin. So I was thinking, like, I just want to get this right, you know, like, so I spent more time getting the lyric exactly the way I wanted. Yeah, we have done these kind of personal songs with kind of dedication to some people. Like, we did that even more in the past. There was an album called Dead Letters, which was like kind of every song on the album was a letter dedicated to someone or written for someone. And you know, they were some of our friends, and you know, like, and each song was kind of personal, and it feels great. Even now we play one of the songs called Not Like the Other Girls in this set even tonight, and I really remember this moment when our friend Nina told us that she had lost her father, and you know, it was very tragical. You know, we knew her well, and she was really obviously sad, and so I wrote this song just to make her feel better, and then, you know, it became a beautiful song, and now even 20 years after we play that song, and I'm, you know, I can picture her being young, and me too, and like, there's something beautiful in that. Yeah, it's more a memory, but still, the message is still kind of, the emotion is still there, and the message is like still valid after, you know, it can touch people's lives even today. Something can happen, and that song can bring joy or you know, hope or something, which a lot of our songs have kind of been made for. Maybe for myself, kind of at first place, to keep myself together and keep myself going and keep myself above the surface. But then when we release it, a lot of people have been able to relate to these songs, and I hear these stories every time I meet fans, like how much our music has meant to them, and in which situations in their lives, and it's quite beautiful. We played in Ukraine this Atlas Festival last summer, and it was charity event. We were the only international band to take part of that, and it was a great honor to be there. And we have a connection to Ukraine from before. We've been touring there like a couple of decades before the war, and so it felt great to go back to actually raise money for this children's hospital, but also just to cheer people up and give them hope again, like that feeling like they could escape for a moment in their minds from the war and from the terrible, you know, place where they're at. Because, like, of course you can't forget that, you know, you can't deny it or put it aside. The war is happening and we need to react to it. and be aware of it, but also we need to they need to live their lives. Life has to go on. They need to go to school, go to work, you know, try to meet each other and fall in love, and you know, blah blah blah. Like, life has to happen. So it felt good to go there and have that festival. And I think for a lot of young people, especially who first lived through COVID and then war, life is pretty sick, you know, like they must feel so confused, and they haven't been to anything like a festival before because they've been all cancelled. Like, they couldn't arrange something like that because it's a bit dangerous, obviously. Like, there were like 20,000 people or more in the same place, you know, and there were bombings the night before and so on. Like, but for these people especially, I could see their faces and they were like, oh, what is this feeling? I'm here with my friends, and like, it was so beautiful, like emotional thing to be there. And also I realized the power of our music again. Like, I was really proud of us, like, that we have this band and we've written these songs that are able to have that impact. Emppu joined us as a new guitarist like 3-4 years ago, and that has been really the best thing in a while. Like, we really love her, and she fits the band perfectly. I think feels like she's been part of us forever now, and I think reason because she's from Finland, obviously, but also from the same neighborhood, from the same suburb as we are, and she used to go to the same schools. She even had the same guitar teacher than I did when I was a kid. And like, she's just younger, I think like 6 years younger or something. And she's very, you know, energetic, very impulsive, very creative, very inspiring person to be around with. And obviously she's a great guitarist, which is the most important thing in this. But, you know, also to find the right type of person when you take someone in your band, because we are spending so much time together and basically sacrificing everything else in our lives from time to time, like being on the tour for 2-3 months, you know. So it has to work, and the energy and the vibe she brings to the band is incredible. She solved a lot of problems we used to have with the previous guy. And it's just been like really happy times, and she kind of brought back the joy of playing, and as we do on stage, like earlier I was saying, like, we had this interaction with her, and that's a good feeling, like when everybody's like, we are just like one, all the four of us, and even the audience is just like one. Like, in the best possible scenario, like, we're doing it all together. And I've been thinking about that a lot. Like, it's not only us doing the show, it's really the audience and everybody who, you know, sacrifices their Thursday evening to come here with us to scream for 2 hours. It's pretty strange if you come to think of it. Like, we all go to the same place and like, and then we just go home. And they were like, felt good. What is the most ridiculous thing you put on your rider? Asks Ginsey. I think we used to have more stuff on our rider like back in the days, and now it's kind of getting smaller and smaller. We have this thing that we also always have ginger in the rider. They say it's good for the manhood, but you know, we're not that old yet. But it's something we do, this kind of a tea, we call it chai. Eero, the bass player, he's the chai master of the band, and he's always making it at the backstage and making it super spicy and put some honey in and some tea in it, and then it's a good drink to have before the show or after. Well, thanks for watching, and if you didn't catch us on this tour, we'll be playing all next year, and the year after, and the year after. So I hope to see you guys in person. Yeah, check out the new album. Stay tuned for more music. We'll be releasing stuff also next year.